Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you exactly how I set up my kind of run and gun rig when I'm working with clients, especially now that I'm using the OBSBOT Talent. As you guys can see, I have the Ninja V here mounted on this gimbal, and normally the way this would work is this camera here would also be mounted on this gimbal. I took it off so that it'll be easier for me to show you guys exactly how I set up this Sony FX30. So here is our OBSBOT Talent. I normally have this on some type of little tripod. I'm going to take it off of that tripod real quick here and show you guys my normal setup. So normally the way I would mount this rig without the OBSBOT Talent, and I'm just recording into the Ninja V. And the reason why you want to record into the Ninja V is because you're going to get a much higher codecs. You'll be able to record in Adobe 422, whatever it is, ProRes, whatever you're going to need for your client projects. But a lot of clients today are asking for, quick turnarounds. They're asking for the ability to live stream as well. So that's how I've combined this unit. So normally I would have something else mounted here. In the past, I have used the YOLO boxes, but they have proved not to be very reliable. So I am using this OBSBOT Talent, and I would mount that here on this arm, as you guys can see. Now, when you get your Sony FX30, FX3, make sure if you're purchasing it, and if you haven't already purchased it, do get it with this top handle, and also invest in the small rig support. So this adds more rigidness to the handle, so that you'll actually be able to pick this up without having to worry about it snapping off or something like that. So the advantage here is now what I can do is I can route video from the Sony FX3 or FX30 into the Ninja V, and then out of the Ninja V into the OBSBOT Talent. So I'm still recording at the highest possible codecs, with the Ninja V, and I'm recording internally in the camera as well. But I have HDMI going out to this monitor, which is going to allow me to run my shows right from this monitor. So anything that your clients are going to want, as far as live streaming, you'll be able to send that out. Now, of course, the video going here is only going to be the raw video coming from this device. If you're going to record the entire, output, you're going to record that internally here. Unfortunately, that is still only going to be at 1080p, but you guys get the idea. If it's for a fast turnaround, they're really not that concerned about, the higher end codecs. And then when you combine that with something like your tail airs, and even possibly if you on a budget a little bit, you can look at some of these smaller webcams depending on how you're going to connect it. But the tail air gives you an advantage because you can still connect to the OBSBOT Talent even if you don't want to wire this. You can use SRT, you can use NDI. You have such a variety of different ways of connecting to this. So as an example, I'm just going to turn this guy on. Hopefully it's powered up. All right, so because I have this set up in SRT, I could easily bring in that video source into this right here. Now, of course, there's going to be a slight video delay between the audio and the video. I would not use this as a primary camera. I would be using this for the most part as a secondary, a side view camera or something like that. A wide angle camera, whatever it is you're going to use it for. Now with my Sonys, I do have the ability here obviously to change out the lenses. Right now on this Sony there's the Sigma 35mm 1.4, which is a great low light lens. But for things like this, I could take this camera and I could literally put it anywhere in the scene and still have video going into the OBSBOT Talent. So the advantage in so many ways, guys, is to really step up your game. For instance, if you wanted to add a wireless microphone component to a rig like this, it's very simple. You can plug in your receiver right here to the controls here for the top mount handle right here, and mount it on this little cold shoe that you see here. So you have a variety of different ways of doing that. So if you wanted to put, microphones on your talent, you'd be able to do that as well. So what I'm trying to bring to you guys is one of the ways that I use these different devices on a daily basis when working with clients, setting up podcasts, live streams, and of course, let's not forget our OBSBOT Tail Air remote. You can use that to either control the talent or to control the tail airs. Now, once it's connected to the talent, you'll still be able to control the tail air, by just, going to that different video, whichever video you're on. So that's on 2 right now. So we can control our camera. As you guys see here, I can control this really easily. And again, if you're setting up a production, especially when you're a one-man band or a small, team, this is just going to make things so much easier for you guys to be able to set it up. Okay, so let's break it down real quick what all we have here. We have the Ninja V as our field recorder. We have the Zhiyun gimbal. That could be any gimbal. The Zhiyun is the one that I have. Zhiyun did send this out to me to review a couple of years ago, and I've been using it ever since. We have our OBSBOT tail airs. I have a couple of these here in the studio. These were sent to me by OBSBOT. And then we have the OBSBOT Talent here as well, also sent to me by OBSBOT. The Sony FX30 I did purchase myself because as a professional photographer, you're going to make those investments. This remote did come with the bundle for the tail airs. So I have a variety of different wireless microphones that I kind of go back and forth through, but I'm actually using these wireless microphones right here from Anchor for this video. So I use these pretty much on a daily basis. These are the AnchorWork M650 wireless microphones. They work great. So if you're into that or need that, you can. Now, another thing to be aware of, if you do purchase this kit with the Sony FX30, it does not come with the shotgun microphone, so you will have to buy that additional. I cannot recommend that enough, that you have a shotgun microphone on your camera, because that's going to at least give you scratch audio, and it's going to make it really, really easy when it comes to, syncing everything up in post. Now, again, the advantage here is we can run an entire live stream show right from this device and record everything for post work later. So whether you're setting up, scenes for your clients or whatever the case it may be. Now, something that I did add recently, and I talked about this in one of my other videos, is that I added one of these wireless keyboards. And what this wireless keyboard allows me to do is to switch between my different scenes by just pressing, buttons here that I've shortcutted to this, as well as turning on and off graphics. If I want to turn those graphics on and off, I have my web graphics for my normal live stream. Let me show you guys here. So that's my normal live stream, and I can turn those on and off from right here. I can drop our social media bugs in there. I can switch to different video angles. It's so many different things you can program into these keyboards. So think about that. These are very inexpensive. You can find these on Amazon for about, I don't know, $20 or something like that. So it's definitely worth the investment. And this is a foldable keyboard that you're going to be able to just store that in your, your camera bag whenever you're going out. Now, another thing that you definitely may want to look into is an external power supply. Now, I have the EcoFlow River 2 back here, which is probably one of my smallest portable batteries, but I also have this little guy right here. Now, this is going to give you AC and DC power delivery. So if you do need to charge something up, you could use something like that. Now, one of the things that I'm really, really looking forward to is when the OBSBOT Talent has one of the features, one of the main features that the Magewell Director Mini has, and that's the ability to use smartphones as a camera. And then in that case, then I could add this other gimbal and add a phone to the mix. And then we could have someone walking around or roaming or whatever the case it may be, and we could always switch to that camera angle. Now, I know we just did a recent firmware update that gave us a lot of new features with the OBSBOT Talent. I'm excited, hoping that, in the coming year or the next update, we will get all of those other features that I aforementioned. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to do this video, hopefully to help someone who is thinking about getting started in production video, live streaming, podcasting, as to how I have everything set up. Now, this is not my everyday setup when it comes to live streaming. When you guys see me on Amazon, a few times a week, this is not how I'm set up. I'm set up in a more traditional way, using a computer, using multiple monitors and webcams. But for on-location work, when you're working with clients and you're having to take things out, this is going to be a win for you guys. So, all right, guys, it's been Rome with Rome Knows Tech, and I will catch you all in the next video. Hopefully this video has been inspiring and helpful to someone who's out there thinking about how they can get started in this production game. Guys, just get out there and do it. Get out there and do it. You're never too old. You're never too undereducated to do this, because the information is available to you. And I will do my best to keep trying to inspire you guys and help you in any way I can. Feel free to reach out to me on any of my social medias. And at the same time, don't forget to like and share this video with like-minded people who could possibly benefit from the content that I try to create here as much as possible. All right, guys, I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, stay safe. Peace. I'm out.